John Wick might have started off as a simple, action-packed revenge story, but the franchise soon introduced a far more complicated underground network comprised of dreaded assassins and crime lords. At the heart of this violent world is the High Table, an elite council that takes center stage in this brutal world of mercenaries, guns, and killings. This shadowy organization is the backbone of the criminal underworld, where power, control, and an ironclad code govern everything. But before we explain every organization and gang in the John Wick universe, a real quick ask that if you're new to the channel or haven't subscribed yet, please take a second to hit that subscribe button now. It's one small click for you, but a huge deal for us. Thanks. The High Table. Inspired by the real-world Italian-American Mafia Commission, the High Table governs organized crime on a global scale. This mysterious body is composed of 12 individual factions, each led by a crime lord who occupies a seat at the table. Though not all seats have been revealed, some known factions include the Russian Bratva, Chinese Triad, Japanese Yakuza, Latin American Cartels, and Italian organizations like the Camorra, Cosa Nostra, and Ndrangheta. These families dictate the rules of the underworld and their decisions are law. The High Table plays a central role in the John Wick universe, shaping the strict codes of conduct that every assassin and criminal must follow. Violations of these rules invite swift retribution, often resulting in death. Beneath this council sits a vast network of assassins and mercenaries who carry out the table's will. John Wick, originally caught in a personal revenge story, soon finds himself at odds with this powerful governing body. The High Table's influence extends into every corner of Wick's world, making them a force that few dare to challenge. Even the mere mention of the High Table strikes fear into the hearts of those who operate outside the law. In the shadowy hierarchy of the John Wick universe, there is one figure who wields more power than the High Table itself, the Elder, known as the one who sits above the table. The Elder is the highest authority in the criminal underworld. Unlike the other 12 crime lords, the Elder is not tethered to a specific seat. Instead, this individual holds ultimate decision-making power. The Elder can override any ruling made by the High Table and even forgive crimes that are deemed unforgivable by the Council. The Elder's word is absolute, even influencing the fate of those who defy the High Table's laws. His role reinforces the High Table's authority and the weight of its governance, showcasing the far-reaching control they maintain over the global criminal network. As the one figure who stands above all, the Elder represents both an opportunity and a threat, wielding near-omnipotent control over the intricate web of assassins, mercenaries, and crime families. The Ruska Roma. The Ruska Roma, led by the enigmatic director, plays a pivotal role in John Wick's past. This shadowy organization of Russian gypsies operates not only as an assassin training hub, but also as a place that forged John Wick's very identity. Known under his birth name, Jardani Jovanovic, Wick grew up under the care of the Ruska Roma, training in wrestling, ballet, and combat to become the lethal figure we know today. Located in Berlin, the Ruska Roma still practices its ruthless discipline, as seen when they hang those who defy their code. The name Ruska Roma offers clues to Wick's global connections. Ruska means Russian, while Roma refers to the Romani people, a nomadic group with deep roots in multiple countries. This background explains why John Wick has ties to both Russian crime syndicates and a global network of assassins. Wick's upbringing within this clan adds an air of mystery and adds depth to his character, illustrating how his brutal training and nomadic roots shaped him into the feared assassin he would later become. His Romani heritage only amplifies his legendary status in the criminal underworld. The Russian Bratva. In John Wick, the Russian mafia, known as the Bratva, takes center stage through the infamous Tarasov family, led by Viggo Tarasov. This crime syndicate controls vast parts of New York City's underworld. Viggo, portrayed by Michael Nyqvist, is a cold-blooded mafia boss who built his empire on fear, bloodshed, and illegal enterprises. Under his leadership, the Tarasov family became one of the most feared criminal organizations in the city. After Viggo's death, his brother Abram Tarasov takes over, continuing the family's reign of terror. The Bratva's connection to John Wick runs deep. Wick was once a key figure in the Tarasov operation, having carried out an impossible task that allowed him to retire. However, his return to the underworld sets him on a collision course with his former associates. The Bratva, while powerful, learned the hard way that even they are no match for Wick's relentless pursuit of vengeance. The downfall of the Tarasov family signals a shift in the balance of power, but their influence lingers, serving as a reminder of Wick's deadly past. The French Marquee. John Wick Chapter 4 raises the stakes by introducing Marquis Vincent Bisset de Gramont, a cold and calculating figure with aristocratic roots and unchecked ambition. Handpicked by the High Table after the death of the new elder, Gramont isn't just another puppet. He's a power player with authority far exceeding that of the adjudicator from previous chapters. Unlike others before him, the Marquis is granted full control over resources, bounty decisions, and enforcement operations. His assignment is simple yet brutal: eliminate John Wick and crush any support system around him, including the New York Continental. But Gramont doesn't just follow orders, he rewrites the rules. He orchestrates the demolition of the Continental, has the loyal concierge Charon executed, and forces Winston into disgrace, all to prove a point. With style, savagery, and a hunger for dominance, the Marquis becomes the High Table's deadliest weapon and John Wick's most dangerous enemy yet. Chinese Triad. The Chinese Triad, one of the oldest and most secretive criminal organizations in the John Wick universe, traces its roots back to ancient Chinese history. The term Triad originates from the symbolic representation of heaven, earth, and man, signifying balance and harmony. In the context of organized crime, however, the Triad has grown into a powerful, feared network spanning continents. In John Wick's world, the Triad's activities include drug trafficking, money laundering, and high-profile assassinations. Though the films do not delve deeply into the Triad's inner workings, their presence is felt in the criminal underworld's hierarchy. Operating with quiet efficiency, the Triad maintains a strict code of loyalty, where betrayal is met with swift and deadly consequences. Like many of the organizations seated at the High Table, the Triad respects the laws of the underworld, but is not above bending them when it suits their purposes. Their network reaches far and wide, making them formidable players in the international crime scene. John Wick's encounters with the Triad are brief but dangerous, hinting at the vast power they wield behind the scenes. Japanese Yakuza. The Yakuza, Japan's most notorious criminal syndicate, brings a unique element to the John Wick universe. Rooted in centuries-old traditions, the Yakuza operates with a strict code of honor, emphasizing loyalty, discipline, and respect. Their name is derived from the Japanese card game Oichikabu, where a losing hand of 8-9-3, or Ya, Ku, and Za, symbolizes worthlessness. However, the Yakuza themselves are far from worthless. They control vast networks of illegal businesses, from gambling to human trafficking. In the world of John Wick, the Yakuza are formidable adversaries, known for their ruthlessness and efficiency. Their rigid hierarchy and strong sense of duty make them both feared and respected among other criminal organizations. The Yakuza's influence extends beyond Japan, with their members operating in major cities around the world. Though the films have yet to fully explore the Yakuza's involvement in the High Table, their reputation as disciplined and deadly warriors positions them as a powerful force in the global criminal underworld. Italian Camorra. The Kamura, an ancient Italian crime syndicate, plays a significant role in the John Wick universe, particularly through the characters Gianna and Santino D'Antonio, originating from the Campania region. With Naples as its stronghold, the Camorra is known for its decentralized structure, where various clans operate independently but with shared interests. Unlike other Italian organizations, the Camorra's lack of a central authority allows for greater flexibility and autonomy, making them highly unpredictable. In John Wick, the Camorra's influence is evident in its political connections and sheer ruthlessness. Gianna D'Antonio's assassination, ordered by her brother Santino, exemplifies the cutthroat nature of this organization. Power struggles within the Camorra are brutal, with betrayal and revenge being common themes. The D'Antonio siblings' storyline highlights the complexity of loyalty and ambition within the Camorra, making them a key player in the intricate web of John Wick's world. Their seat at the High Table ensures their continued dominance in the criminal underworld. Moroccan Continental. In John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum, the Moroccan Continental in Casablanca offers a unique glimpse into the global reach of the High Table's network. Managed by Sophia Al-Azwar, a fierce and disciplined ex-assassin bound by a blood oath to John, this branch operates under the same strict rules as its New York City counterpart: no business on hotel grounds. When John seeks Sophia's help to find the Elder, she reluctantly honors the marker he carries, despite the danger it poses to her and her hidden daughter. Sophia leads John to Berada, her former boss and the head of the Mint, the secret facility where the High Table's iconic gold coins are minted. Berada is not just a craftsman, but a gatekeeper to the location of the Elder. When he wounds one of Sophia's dogs during their tense meeting, a brutal gunfight erupts. This moment not only exposes the fragile alliances in Casablanca's underworld, but also the fierce loyalty that defines its players. Cosa Nostra. Cosa Nostra, often synonymous with the term mafia, is the most iconic of Italian crime syndicates. Originating in Sicily, the name Cosa Nostra translates to "our thing," reflecting the close-knit, family-oriented nature of the organization. Known for their brutal enforcement tactics and deep political connections, the Sicilian mafia has long been a dominant force in global organized crime. In John Wick, the Cosa Nostra's influence is felt through their strict adherence to tradition, loyalty, and omerta, the code of silence. Though the films do not focus explicitly on the Cosa Nostra, their presence at the high table signifies their continued importance in the global criminal hierarchy. Their operations span continents, from Italy to the United States, where they maintain control over key industries and territories. The Cosa Nostra's reputation for ruthlessness and honor makes them one of the most feared and respected organizations in John Wick's world, with their decisions carrying significant weight within the high table's ruling body. Ndrangheta. The Ndrangheta, hailing from the Calabria region of Italy, is one of the most secretive and dangerous criminal organizations in the world. Unlike other mafias, the Ndrangheta operates primarily through blood ties, making it nearly impossible for law enforcement to infiltrate. Their influence is global, with control over drug trafficking, money laundering, and extortion. In John Wick, the Ndrangheta's hidden power make them a formidable force within the table. Though they operate in shadows, the Ndrangheta's wealth and influence are unparalleled. Their ability to stay under the radar, combined with their strict code of loyalty, ensures their continued dominance in the criminal underworld. The Ndrangheta's seat at the high table reflects their importance in maintaining the balance of power among the world's most dangerous organizations. Their methods may be shrouded in secrecy, but their impact on the global crime scene is undeniable. Latin American cartels. In the John Wick universe, the crime underworld extends far beyond the high table's assassins, reaching into darker, perhaps more violent realms of Latin American cartels. These ruthless organizations are known for their fierce territorial control and involvement in the illegal drugs trade, adding another layer of complexity to the chaotic world that Wick inhabits. While John Wick's battles often center around assassins, the influence of these cartels can't be ignored. Drug cartels, in reality, operate as tightly knit networks of independent drug lords, joining forces to control the supply and distribution of narcotics. In the franchise's expanded lore, it's easy to imagine powerful cartels like these working either alongside or against the high table to maintain their share of dominance in global crime. Inspired by real-world organizations like the Sinaloa Cartel, the Gulf Cartel, and the Zetas, these cartels would stop at nothing to protect their trade routes, profits, and brutal reputations. As ruthless as they are cunning, they would represent a formidable challenge to even someone like John Wick. Affiliated organizations. The Bowery Kings Network. One of the most intriguing figures in John Wick's world is the Bowery King, a former crime boss who runs a covert intelligence network out of New York City. Disguised as a homeless shelter, the Bowery King's operation, known as the Soup Kitchen, extends across the entire city, using homeless informants to gather information and enforce his will. Played by Lawrence Fishburne, the Bowery King commands an army of spies and soldiers, moving seamlessly through the city's underground tunnels. His network provides a crucial advantage, as his agents, posing as homeless panhandlers, are often invisible to society but ever present. The Bowery King's use of homing pigeons as a method of communication adds an old-world charm to his high-tech intelligence operations. Keeping communications off the grid, the pigeons deliver sensitive messages securely and discreetly. In a world dominated by digital surveillance, the Bowery King's analog methods give him a unique edge, allowing him to operate without the oversight of the high table. Despite his position outside the formal power structures, the Bowery King holds considerable influence and becomes a valuable ally to John Wick as their paths cross in the criminal underworld. Administration. In the world of John Wick, the administration is where all the behind-the-scenes business in the underworld is handled. Far from the action, yet equally dangerous in its own way, the administration oversees the intricate paperwork that fuels the high table's deadly economy. They are responsible for maintaining meticulous records, from bounties placed on targets to the personal files of every assassin under the table's control. They ensure that the rewards for kills are posted and dispatched to the right people, making sure the entire system of mercenaries, contracts, and killings runs like a well-oiled machine. Their reach becomes clear when John Wick is declared excommunicado in Chapter 3 Parabellum. It's through the administration that this ruling is processed, ensuring that every assassin in the network is made aware of Nick's newly vulnerable status. As the high table's administrative arm, the shadowy office reveals just how deep and powerful the world of organized crime extends, pulling strings without ever stepping into the spotlight. Without them, the entire structure of power could crumble, proving that even paperwork can be deadly. Continental Hotel. The Continental Hotel isn't just a place to rest. It's the heart of the criminal underworld's social structure, a luxurious sanctuary. The Continental serves as a neutral ground where even the most dangerous assassins must check their weapons at the door. Of the two cardinal rules in this world, one is explicitly tied to the Continental: no killing on Continental grounds. This rule provides an uneasy but necessary peace within its walls, where enemies can sit side by side without spilling blood. The hotel is part of a global network, with branches managed by powerful figures like Winston in New York, Julius in Rome, Sophia in Morocco, and Shimazu in Tokyo. Despite the overarching authority of the High Table, the Continental operates with a significant degree of autonomy, with each manager holding full control over their territory. This autonomy creates a delicate balance of power, one that's constantly in flux as alliances shift and betrayals loom. The Continental offers sanctuary, but step outside its doors and that safety disappears in an instant, as John Wick learns all too well. In the John Wick universe, each organization, from the powerful High Table to the shadowy underworld factions like the Ruska Roma and Latin American Cartels, play a crucial role in shaping the intricate web that is the criminal underworld. These groups, steeped in tradition, loyalty, and ruthless enforcement, highlight the complexity and global reach of organized crime in the world of John Wick. As John navigates this dangerous landscape, the influence and power of these organizations continually define the stakes, showing that in his underworld, no one is ever truly free. And those are all the organizations and gangs in the John Wick universe explained. What are your thoughts? Which one's your favorite? Leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss these deep dives and strange lore. And stay up to date with related videos. See you in the next one. Thanks.